30 excellent New Year trivia questions with answers. So, another year bids adieu. But hey, the brand new year is approaching with new hopes and new surprises. Are you excited? New Year is a time of celebration and reflection. It marks the beginning of a new year and is often marked with fireworks, parties, and resolutions. People around the world celebrate New Year in different ways. Some countries like China celebrate with traditional customs and rituals, while others, like the United States, have more modern celebrations like singing Auld Lang Syne, dropping the ball in Times Square. Whether you're the host of a New Year party or a guest, it can often be slightly tricky to keep everyone entertained throughout the evening. In such cases, games come to the rescue. And what better game to plan on New Year's Eve than some trivia rounds based on the tradition of New Year's. But before going further, if you're new to the everythingmom.com YouTube channel, click on the red subscribe button below and hit the bell icon so that you can get notified about our fantastic upcoming videos in return. Now to the good stuff. Very aware of the fact that the parties and gatherings held on New Year's Eve weren't just invented out of the blue, but had traditions associated with the occasion. Do you too wish to enlighten yourself and pass on the knowledge to the surrounding ones? If yes, these New Year trivia questions and answers will boost your experience further. Historical New Year trivia. Here is another history-related New Year trivia. When did Times Square first witness the New Year's Eve ball drop? In 1907. The first ever New Year's Eve party at Times Square was attended by how many people? More than 2 lakhs. What was the first Times Square New Year's Eve ball made of? Wood and iron. When did the second Times Square New Year's Eve ball come into being? 1920. Which metal ended up replacing iron in the Times Square New Year's Eve ball? Aluminium. When did the Times Square New Year's Eve ball witness computer controls for the first time? In 1995. What is the material or brand of the triangles found in the Times Square New Year's Eve ball? Waterford Crystal. What was the debut year of the Waterford Crystal Times Square New Year's Eve ball? 1999. What is the weight of the Waterford Crystal Times Square New Year's Eve ball? About 12,000 pounds. The month of January gets its name from which Roman god? Janus, the Roman god of beginnings, endings, and transitions. Where did the New Year's kiss tradition come from? Ancient Rome. In which month were the ancient Babylonians known to celebrate their New Year's? March. According to the Gregorian calendar, when do Ethiopians mark their New Year's? On 11th September. Who was responsible for revising the Julian calendar and shifting the beginning of the New Year to 1st January? Pope Gregory XIII. Modern New Year trivia. Certain New Year traditions are also modern and came into being perhaps just a couple of years back. Here they are. How many people watch the Waterford Crystal Times Square's New Year's Eve ball every year? About 1 billion. How many LED modules does the Times Square New Year's Eve ball have? 672. How many triangles does the Times Square New Year's Eve ball contain? 2688. How many LED lights illuminate the Times Square New Year's Eve ball? 32,256. What is the diameter of the Times Square New Year's Eve ball? 12 feet. How many versions of the Times Square New Year's Eve ball have been created to date? 7. What does the phrase Auld Lang Syne mean? Times long past or days gone by. The Chinese New Year is based on which calendar? The lunar calendar. How is the arrival of the New Year celebration in Miami, Florida? By erecting a metal foot that is 35 feet in size, known as Mr. Neon. Which place in the world celebrates the New Year before everyone else on the planet? Kiribati, an island country located in the Central Pacific. What foods are considered unlucky to be consumed during New Year's? Lobster and chicken. Which place in the world celebrates New Year's Eve after everyone else? American Samoa. In which place is it considered a good omen to wear red undergarments on New Year's? Italy. In which country is it a tradition to break plates and old dishes to shoo away the vile spirits on New Year's? Denmark. In which country is it a tradition to eat grapes as the clock strikes midnight on New Year's? Spain. What is the name of the New Year celebrations in Scotland? Hogmanay. How to host a New Year Eve trivia quiz. New Year Eve trivia quizzes can be both exciting and informative. Here's what you might want to remember while hosting a New Year Eve trivia quiz. Make it fun. Keep the questions as light-hearted as possible so that all the players have fun answering them. Frame it interestingly. Turn things around and make your question brief yet gripping. Frame them in a way that makes everyone think out of the box and give creative answers. Utilize various formats. You can mix things up, including audiovisual, multiple choice, or correct the order questions. Think about it. You have a glass of champagne in your hand, surrounded by your family and friends, and you're all having a gala time listening to music and dancing the evening away. Adding a fun, exciting, and a thrilling game will undoubtedly improve things.